the key thing here is the supports that are needed. And so I have an ideal situation, and it's even challenging at the best of times. So I know what it can be if we have the right supports in place for people who aren't as fortunate, okay, who need the regular care, to have someone in the community, both their neighbors or really professional staff who could come at short notice and avoid them. My sister, brother, and I do have worries, and I might add, our spouses are all involved as well. And we share things. For example, my wife's dad, she's lost her mom, but he's still living. He's 91 years old, frail as well, and lives independently with some caregiving, both from the local health integration network supports that he gets here in Toronto, as well as some private caregiving. And he's in an independent, semi-autonomous seniors resident. So she's really looking after him as well, but she is incredible help with my parents, as I hope I help with her dad. My brother, who's in California, is here all the time, and he also helps caring for his mother-in-law in California. My sister is also involved very much here in caring for my parents. We all, and her spouse as well, it's a big part of it. So we're all working together in sync. What do we worry about? Well, we sort of handle the things that we can handle. My brother has been amazing from California in organizing and helping organize all my parents' financial affairs. He took it upon himself last year to come in, meet with the financial planners, investments, so that all that was intact, that everything ultimately, that their wills were complete, that everything was looked after so there wouldn't be any problems, and it reassured my father incredibly. And it was great being busy. It was great that he was willing to take that over. My sister, in addition to some of the medical things, she will handle all the practical logistical issues, so we worry about. Are the caregivers available? We had a recent scare with my mom at night, so we make sure we had nighttime caregivers in as well. She's looking after their employment needs, etc. She's always on top of it. We ensure shopping is done. We ensure adequate food supply. We ensure that all the appointments are made, etc. I tend to look after the medical aspects of their care, so their health care, connecting with their physicians and other healthcare providers, ensuring that's all intact. I moved 3 minutes away from here in order to be close to my parents because I worried about their medical conditions. The caregivers have been great, but they're not here all the time. We got Lifeline for both of them in order that we would know and be aware of if any more falls occurred, etc. We keep really close monitoring, and we respond to any acute medical situation as possible. So I worry about their health in that way. Their financial planning and supports we've worried about, but have addressed. The logistics of their care we also worry about. One of the concerns that I think I share with my sister is about their safety versus their autonomy. They are very capable of making their healthcare decisions. Sometimes my sister and I might feel that that they're not making their decisions that are in their best interest, that we would see as children, as caregivers, or as healthcare providers, as physicians ourselves. And this also goes for my brother, who tends to integrate with our advice. Mm-hmm. And so there's that careful nuance, that careful sharing, respecting their autonomy to make decisions versus trying to emphasize their safety. So we were often on my mom to use her walker, use your walker, use your walker in every circumstance. It took a long time, and it took a pelvic fracture, unfortunately, before she consistently used it every time. Now she does, okay? And she recommends it for many other people. So it's going through situations like that that we seem to face pretty regularly, that are very challenging for us.
I had to be in hospital a couple of weeks ago, and I spent the night for observation. Was it observation?
tests
No,
observation.
Sandy, I never
Guess
did.
who slept on the floor all night beside my dad on the floor? Why didn't they give you a cot?
Didn't have just
Did
the
you
blanket.
ask
They gave
for
me
a
a
cot?
blanket. That's all I had.